Yes.
in a orange. And in the night when election read a Labour right win.
When someone make you come tell with this morning, no, why?
Dre, when the election over,
Listen,
Winsome, me not find it funny.
We not upon a nightmare business.
Yeah,
you
me
know.
not find it
Tap
funny.
late. Tap them late and get back to the business of the Constitution. We don't want
Me
you
not
about the
find it
nightmare.
funny.
Tap them.
Yes.
We don't find that funny.
Me not find it funny neither.
So you try to change the topic today. And tap them late.
about all night, that we say.
That a nightmare.
Listen, one piece of nightmare.
A nightmare.
Winsome, dream the walk straight, Winsome.
I can't manage myself.
Moving right along.
Moving right along. Yes, Uncle Blair want one.
Yeah. Morning, comrades. Morning, those on the platform. Those in the chat and those on the far you page. All protocol observed.
Yes.
I will start off, Dre, by asking the same question our Chief Constitutional Lawyer, Dr. Lloyd Barnett, asked. What is the reason for Marlene Malaoufo to be flying a constitutional kite this morning?
Yes.
I think we don't need to fly a kite. We need the Prime Minister to fly the gate. And I think, based on her utterances,
Yes.
and sharpen the resolve of the Jamaican people, because the Jamaican people would have realized that we are not in a crisis. We're not experiencing a hurricane or an earthquake, or we are not going into war.
Yes.
So for the constitutional ministry to come out with such utterances mere months away from an election, it is troubling. It is undesirable and unwarranted.
Yes.
And I'm just going to speak specifically to the comrades. Comrades, get your house in order. Prepare yourself. Double down your effort. We have just completed the registration.
Yes.
Final registration for the voters list, which will be used in this election. And from my understanding, we did very well.
True.
Commendation to my people in the East Rural, Marcia, Miss Mighty, Paula. Commendation. The numbers look good. So I am saying to the comrades, prepare yourself.
And I don't stop you, Comrade Blair. I don't stop you. But bear in mind, the young men, we have oversubscribed with the young men being remunerated.
Thank you all. Thank you.
So when I talk and tell the strategy of the Labour right is to keep them away from the poll, it is a cause for concern, and we have to go in our A game, which I did with not to discuss on, as to how to encourage them to come up, because what they are going to do, not charging them, but use the loosely charged persons of interest and pick them up the day before and on the day of election, and then shortly after, then let them go. And that is the part that they are thinking. But we did well in terms of numeration of the young men.
Yes, we did well, because from my understanding on the ground, the young men in our society is calling out for help. And they are expecting answers from the two leaders. One of them asked them, help is on the way. So on that premise, just dismiss what Marlene Malaoufo just said and just continue to prepare the PNP election machine.
That's right.
Sharpen it up and be ready. Because we know he not know 3 months after September. As a matter of fact, the JLP is the only party that has ever called an election at a five-year junction. Dino can school me if I'm right or I'm wrong. And I don't know if the PNP always call an election after 4 years. Because if after 4 years you can't win, then when it come 5, you just can't win anymore.
True.
So no matter what them do, they can't win. So call the election. We're ready for vote.
Thank you, Uncle.
The machine, and we on the way.
Thank you. Thank you, Uncle Blair. Big up yourself. Blessings, Uncle. Uncle Dino, your time. Go ahead and turn on your microphone, please.
Hey, Dre, I want to talk about 3 or 4 issues here. The first one is what we talking about this morning is Charles and the condition out in Eastern St. Thomas. Now, on March 3rd, 2016, the Parliament had approved certain things. They approved paying every member of Parliament, constituency secretary at a set salary, and also a chauffeur. Each one is entitled to a chauffeur paid by our Parliament. So I don't know, and also expenses are paid. Each MP, unless you're a backbencher, is paid a certain amount of money per miles or per kilometer to travel out of Kingston.
Oh.
Plus you get a constituency allowance. There's so many things that when I'm announcing a package of these MP, it comes with a lot more stuff, you know.
Yes.
The Prime Minister, the leader of opposition, and all the ministers are entitled to a house allowance. The Prime Minister is entitled to a car or how much million per year for traveling if he doesn't use a state-owned vehicle.
Yes.
Once you get a state-owned vehicle, then you limit him to the amount of traveling expense. So I don't know how Miss Charles is sending this girl a letter. It's not Miss Charles' money. It's taxpayers' money we pay her to be the constituency secretary.
That's right.
So that's a breach. That's crime. That's why I keep texting her money. Say if we have proof, she can be brought before the court.
That is it.
That's stealing. It's not her money. Unless if the billing is hers and the girl live on the compound, she can't say, well, she charge her rent. But if not, the state pay for it.
Of course.
Secondly, we go look at the 12 agencies you talk about in the Prime Minister's office, which I see mentioned since week. If you go further in the scene, you realize they're all under red flag, under investigation. And one of the main things is, you say it's only 9, but you look good. I don't know, those are the only ones you catching press comes not fall under him. Everyone fall under his. That's why we text and tell us the Prime Minister has to come and tenement yard. It has so much ministries inside there now. It's a big tenement yard. And if you look at all of them, it is all geared to benefit the type of investment he says doing.
Yes.
The land agency has just transferred how many acres of land into his son's name? Out in Portmore, in St. Catherine, which is going to be used for housing development. Which him hand over the construction company to his son. So it's all conflict of interest. I don't know. I've never seen any country run like how this one is running right now.
So true.
And I make a respond to win some. Him don't need Lashet out to win some. What I think we need is a cement bucket. You get the concrete and put it full of the bucket and put him 2 foot down in and leave him right at the entrance of Parliament. Or if generation to generation can come look at him who destroyed the country. Turn him into a monument. And when it comes to the Constitution, I don't pay my love vote no more. We have over the years, we have a Constitution. What she says about the Constitution is there in the Constitution. But we always abide by the convention of the Constitution, in which the Prime Minister has the right to call it any time after 2 years after seeking power. And we always abide by the Constitution, we call it, and we in our declare after the date of the last election. So don't listen to her and her stupidness. So we're gonna move away from the convention. That's a part of the convention, the Constitution. So I don't listen to Malo. Malo is just a dunce. I'm a here.
Uncle Dino, big up yourself. Me head boy, Howard, back to you, sir. Your time. Howard, what go on?
Dre, shall test the kite.
True.
And I like what I am seeing. Regardless of what they are doing. They know very well that they are not on top of the game and they are losing.
That's right.
As a matter of fact, Dre, from 1944 until to the day, we have never reached this far for a general election. Never. Separate and apart, not even 1983 was the election. For it's only 3 years him going to the legal term. And the rest of the term no count. For we never contest it. So you know count the part there. We have never gone the full 5 years, much less if we go in a constitutional crisis. For what will happen now, after September 3rd, and the parliament meet after that and it dissolve, the country will be running on autopilot. There will be no government. Once the parliament dissolve, you know, there is no member of parliament, no prime minister, no minister, no nothing. And the puppet governor general now, he will be in charge of the country. And by doing that now, we are going to put the country in a crisis. Right? And that is an act of desperation. And what it was know is that the Prime Minister messages is outdated. It is not resonated. And the beauty, and we talk every day about this internet. Thank God for the internet.
Yes.
Even though they try to reach us, they try to bribe us, tell us they're going to offer this and that. I was offered $10,000 US. That's a lot of money. Most Americans don't have $500 in their bank book, much as $10,000 to stop. I'm going to say you can't buy me out. The People's National Party put me in the position as to where I am today. And that's why I use myself